Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to react to some mind tricks, like an intelligence test that these questions will kind of blow your mind. You have to really think deep into like getting these questions right and stuff. So before we get into the video, I want you to drop a sub and a like for more content like with a face cam and with like a computer screen or an Xbox screen. So these mind tricks basically like make you feel dumb if you get them wrong because they're like so obvious if you actually think about it. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Baseball, how many outs are there in an inning?
There are 3.
If you said 3, you are wrong.
What?
Do you want to win all the gift cards down below?
I want
Just
him
leave
to
a
tell
like,
something
subscribe, turn
about
your
that.
notifications
How
on,
it's
make sure you leave a comment
not
and
3.
enjoy the video. So today you're going to endure the hardest mind trick test that you guys have ever had. So let's get right into
Mind
it.
tricks.
Alright guys, there are 3 rooms.
Okay.
The first one is filled with very important papers.
So very important papers.
The second one is filled with money.
Money.
The third one is filled with jewelry.
Jewelry. Okay.
And one day, all of these rooms burst into flames. In which room did the policeman put the fire out first? I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds
Alright,
to think
and
about
so
it.
there's 3 rooms. There's a jewelry room, a money room, and an important paper room. And they bursted into flames. And the policeman, wait a second. Policemen don't put out fires, right?
And try and answer.
Policemen do not put out fires. Only firemen do. I just like.
Well, the
what?
answer is none of them.
Yeah, none of them.
The reason that it is none of them is because policemen don't put out fires.
Yeah, I
Only
got it right.
firemen
Let's
put out
go.
fires.
First one.
So that first one was
correct.
pretty tricky. Let's go ahead and do one that's a little bit easier. What is it that everyone has, and when they give it to someone else, that person will give it right back to
I have
them?
no idea. I actually don't know this one. Honestly, I don't know this one.
The answer is a smile.
A smile.
'Cause usually when you
How would I
smile at
have got
somebody,
that?
they will give you a smile right back. It's just kind of a contagious feeling, unless you're a real
Well, that's
Debbie
not
Downer
100%
or a
true.
Scrooge, and you just
But-
refuse to smile. All right, guys, here is
Another
one. People need me the most every day, but still they give me away. What am I?
Oh, okay. So I know this one, but it's off the top of my head. People need me the most every day, but then they give me away. It has to be money because you need money to, like, to live, but then you're gonna look at yourself giving away money because you have too much of it and you're spending it.
Alright guys, the answer to this one is money.
Let's go, I got
so of
that
course,
right.
people need
I
money
just
every
knew it.
day,
I
all
knew it.
day, 24/7,
You need
all
money.
about that paper. But at the same time, as much as people love money, they love to spend it.
Yeah.
So although you might need money every day, you will probably end up giving it away.
That's really
Alright guys,
good.
this next
All
one
right.
is pretty tricky. Let's see if you can get it. There are 5 houses. One is made of red bricks,
Okay.
one is made of blue bricks, one is made of yellow bricks, and one is made of purple bricks. But what is the greenhouse made of?
Ooh, the greenhouse. So one is made of purple, red, and so on. So what is the greenhouse made of? Wait, the greenhouse. So it's glass. If you guys don't know, a greenhouse, it's where you grow plants, like to protect in glass throughout cold weather. It has to be glass. I'm betting.
Alright, the answer to this one is glass.
You saw me.
If you guys
Glass.
don't know,
I
a
know that,
greenhouse
glass.
is actually a glass
Let's
building
go.
that plants are grown in when they need protection from the cold weather. So although all the other houses are
Yes.
made of the
We
colored
got it.
bricks, a greenhouse is a glass house, not
Yeah.
green. Alright guys, can you tell me what 2 days start with T
Ooh.
besides Tuesday and Thursday?
What 2 days start with T besides Tuesday and Thursday? So there's not any other days because it's SMT, it's SMFH. So it has to be tomorrow and today because those are days, technically days. Today and tomorrow, I'm betting.
The answer to this one's pretty simple. Today and
Yes,
tomorrow.
we got it.
So
Today and
obviously no
tomorrow.
other days of the
Oh
week
my
start
gosh,
with
I was just
T,
guessing 'cause
but
those are
today
days.
and tomorrow are days.
Yeah.
And they start with T.
Let's
Alright,
go.
can you tell me what stands up but grows down?
What stands up that grows down? I don't know.
The answer to this one is
Candle.
a candle. So when you buy a
Yeah,
fresh
it's a
candle,
candle.
it is obviously standing up. but once you light it and the candle starts to burn and melt, it grows down.
Okay, yeah, it's
pretty
melting.
simple.
That was
Alright,
pretty
guys,
simple,
for
but I
this
just
next
didn't
one,
get
we're
it.
going to be getting a little deep. What is at the end of time? The beginning of eternity, the end of space, and the beginning of every end.
Alright, so what is the end of time, the beginning of eternity, the end of space, the beginning of and the beginning of every end? So, what is the end of time? Beginning of eternity, the end of... Okay, that has to be the letter E, because the end of time, which ends with an E, the beginning of eternity, which starts with E, the end of space, which ends with E, and the beginning of every end, which E is beginning of end. So it has to be the letter E. You got to think deep down into the question for it to be right.
You figure it out yet? The answer to this one is the letter
It's E.
So the letter E is
Yeah,
at
it's
the
E.
end of
I know
time.
that.
It's at the beginning of the word eternity. It's at the end of the word space and the beginning of the word end.
Yeah, that
Told you
was
guys we were
hard,
gonna be
though.
getting
Yeah,
kinda
you have to
deep
think.
for that one. All
It's
right,
very
only
hard
the
to
true geniuses
do
could
these.
figure this one out. Take a look at this picture. So here we have 4 criminals that were caught and are going to be punished. And in order for them to get out of this punishment, they have to solve this puzzle. If they don't, then they will be hung. So the
Ooh,
4 criminals
hung.
are lined up on some steps. As you guys can see, they're all
Alright.
facing the same direction, and a wall separates the 4th man from the other 3. The criminals are wearing hats, and they are told that there are 2 white hats and 2 black hats. The men don't know what color hat they're wearing, and they're told to shout out the color of the hat that they are
This is
wearing
hard.
as soon as they know for certain what color it is. They're not allowed to turn around and move, they're not allowed to talk to each other, and they're not allowed to take their hats off. So who is the first person to shout out and why?
Golly, that's so complicated. So, these 4 men are wearing hats, and they have to shout out which color of the hat they have on. But they don't know the hat. They don't know the color of the hat because they can't see the hat they're wearing. So how does that work? I don't know this one. I'm gonna say pass. I don't know.
The answer is criminal number 2, because if
Okay.
his hat was black, then criminal number 1 would shout white. But since criminal number 1 doesn't shout out anything, he knows that his must be white. I know that one was a little bit
That's a
complicated,
little
but
tricky.
hopefully
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
a
were
little
able to figure
complicated
that
for me.
one out with me. Alright guys, what goes up and down but still remains in the same place?
Stairs. I think this is stairs because they go up and down, but they remain in the same place. So it has to be stairs,
The
right?
answer to this one is
Let's go, stairs. It's
'Cause You
stairs.
can go upstairs, you can go downstairs,
stays.
but they're never gonna move.
Yeah,
The
that's
stairs
the
will
tricky
always
one.
be in the same
Yeah,
place.
that's a hard one.
Alright guys, name all of the numbers from 1 to 100 that have the letter A in their spelling.
Name all the numbers that have 1 through 100 in their spelling. There's none. There's no letter. There's no numbers 1 to 100 that start with an A. So it's 0. None of them.
I really hope that you just didn't count out to 100 trying to figure it out, because
It's
none
none of them.
the
None of them
numbers
above.
from
Whoa,
1 to
my
100
gosh.
have the letter A
That was
in their
really
spelling.
hard.
Alright,
That was
my
really
neighbor
easy.
Bob is a blacksmith. He's 45 years old, 7
I'm on
feet
fire,
tall,
though.
and he eats all the time. Guess what he weighs?
He weighs iron because or metal because he's a blacksmith.
Alright guys, the answer to
Or
this
iron.
one is iron.
'Cause he's a
Since
blacksmith.
my neighbor Bob is a blacksmith, obviously he's out there weighing that iron, trying to get some
Yeah,
swords
that
and
was
armor
pretty
made
easy,
for the
actually.
medieval
But these
battle.
are really hard.
Obviously,
These are
we
really
wouldn't
hard.
know how much he actually weighs. So a man went
Alright.
outside in the pouring rain with no
protection at all.
But not a hair on his head got wet. How come?
Because he's hairless. He's either bald or it's just or
Well,
I'm
the
stupid.
answer to this one is that he is bald. So obviously, since
Let's
this guy
go.
is bald,
I'm
not
on
a hair
fire.
on his
I'm
head
on
got
fire with
wet
these.
because there's no hair on his head. Why is it against the
Alright.
law for a man living
Man,
in
these are
North
really hard.
Carolina
It's
to
a bit
be
easy.
buried in South Carolina?
Because he's living. He's still living. Why would you bury?
Well, because he's
a
not
live
dead
person?
yet.
Yes.
If the man
We
is
got
living
it.
in North
He's not
Carolina,
dead
we
yet.
definitely don't want to
Alright.
go and bury him in South Carolina because he's still alive and
Man,
breathing, and
this
I'm
is-
sure he's
I'm
not
on
ready
fire
for
with
the
these. I don't know
coffin.
why.
A man and his son were in a car accident. The
Okay.
man died on the way to the hospital, but the boy was rushed into surgery. The emergency room surgeon said, "I can't operate. That's my son. How is this possible?"
So these 2 people were in a car crash. There was a father and a son, and the father died, sadly, and then the boy was rushed into surgery. And the surgeon was like, "No, I can't operate on him. That's my son. How can this be possible?" Well, we know the father's dead, so it has to be the mother. either the mother is a surgeon, or the father somehow, like, this is somehow trying to trick me. I'm gonna guess the mother. I'm just gonna guess, because that has to be right.
Well, the answer to this one is that the
It's the
surgeon
mother!
was his mother.
Let's
So
go.
obviously the dad died
Yeah,
in
the
the
dad
car
died,
accident.
and then mother
Very
just
tragic death.
said, "That's my
but
son."
the mom, being the surgeon,
That was
couldn't
pretty
operate
hard.
on her own son.
You have
the
to think
truck
deep
driver
into
is
your
going
mind.
down a one-way street the wrong way. He passes at least 10 cops. Why is he not caught?
Oh, I have no idea. This one's hard. So let me pause.
Well, it turns
Oh,
out
never
that
mind.
the truck driver was walking on the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh.
So
If
obviously,
he's walking,
if
he
you're
can still
walking
be a
down a
truck driver.
sidewalk
That's
on a
pretty
one-way
easy.
street,
But I
doesn't
didn't get
matter
it.
which way you're going, you're not driving. So the cops aren't going to do anything about that.
That's hard.
All right, I need
All
some
right.
detectives in here because we have a murder to solve.
Okay.
It was a Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
The father was getting the mail. The mother was in the kitchen cooking breakfast. The little brother was playing Nintendo. The big brother playing guitar. The little sister was playing with dolls. And the big sister was listening to music. Then everyone went into the big sister's room and she was murdered. So who murdered the big sister?
So, mail doesn't come on a Sunday morning. So, the father must be a liar, and the father or the mother might have killed the biggest sister, because the mail doesn't come on Sundays at any place.
Well, the answer to this
Oh my
mystery
gosh,
is the
that's
father.
so amazing.
The father said he was
Oh
going out to
my
get the
gosh, I
mail,
got that
but
right.
it's Sunday and the mail does not run on
Yeah, the
Sundays.
mail does not run on
So the
Sundays.
father is a liar and he killed his own daughter.
Oh
If
my
it took
gosh.
8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men to build it?
None. 0 hours, because it's already built, right?
Well, it wouldn't really take any time at all because the wall is already built.
Oh my
so why would
gosh,
the
I
4
got
men
that
need
right.
to rebuild it? They
I
don't.
was just
The 8
guessing,
guys
honestly, I was
already
guessing.
built it. What goes up
Alright.
but never comes down?
I don't know.
Your age.
Your age.
So obviously you keep getting older, but there's never going to
Yeah,
be a situation
your
where you
age,
get
that never
younger,
goes
so
down.
your age continues to go up, but it will never go down. Alright guys, this
Alright,
next
this is
one's pretty easy. In baseball, how many outs are there in an inning?
There's 3. There's 3 outs.
If you said 3, you're wrong.
Wait,
I'm
what?
sorry. I didn't mean to break your heart.
How
I'm
am I
sorry.
wrong?
The answer is 6 because each team has 3 outs in an inning. All
Oh,
right, we made it
there's
to the
2
last one on the
teams.
list. If you guys
Oh
enjoyed
my
this
gosh,
video,
that
please
was
make sure you
clever.
drop a
I
like
didn't
on
think
it.
about
Let's
that.
go ahead and get right into this last one.
Okay.
All right, why are 1968 pennies worth more than 1964 pennies?
Because they're newer pennies, right?
All right, guys, the answer to this one is because 1968 pennies
Oh
are
my
far more
gosh.
than 1964
I was thinking about the numbers,
So you might
not
have
the
been
year.
thinking they were talking about
Oh
the
my
year
gosh,
that
I
the
feel
penny
so
was
stupid.
made. You know, 1968
oh
or
my gosh.
1964.
Wow.
But it's actually supposed to be taken literally. You got 1,968 pennies.
Wow, I did
So
not
that is
think of
worth
that.
4
Like
more
you have to
pennies
actually think
than
very deep into your mind.
1,964. Alright, but that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys.
I
Hopefully
almost got
y'all
the last
enjoyed.
one. I was like, because they're newer. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like. Tell me in the comments how many you got and how many you missed. I think I missed like 6 or 7. But I did pretty good. But tell me in the comments what you guys made. And if you want more of these, leave a like. Let's go for 5 likes today. And yeah, that's been it for me, and I'll see you guys later.